let's talk about Metallica. So I saw a comment, received it this week, from someone in the Philippines saying, did you know that here in the Philippines we love Metallica? And they pointed out that Kirk Hammett is half Filipino descent, which I was definitely aware of that. And then of course, I guess at this point, the longest running bass player of Metallica, Robert Trujillo, is, obviously he's a Mexican American. So I thought, well, I wonder if by default there are a lot of Mexican Metallica fans. It just so happened, also this week, I happened to buy the CD of the new S&M, where it's San Francisco and Metallica doing a live concert. And so I've been listening to that in my Jeep, which on my Jeep there's a sticker of the snake from the Black Album, by the way. And so I was listening to that. I was like, that's interesting that one of the members is half Filipino descent and the other is a Mexican American. So I wonder how that plays into fan base. Well, it's funny, as I was listening this morning, I was driving back from the gym, and they were looking at all of the banners and flags and stuff they saw from all the people at this concert, and they specifically mentioned Mexico. And so I was thinking that's interesting. And granted, Metallica has a global appeal, but I wonder if specifically though, as the comment I received, that specifically, and I want to talk about this and learn more about it, that people in the Philippines love Metallica. So I can easily understand that. It's interesting to me too, and speaking of the Black Album, by default my favorite, is that you definitely hear the Spanish influence in the music, especially with the ballads, and they're like Unforgiven. Like you hear that riff, and to me it automatically sounds Spanish. Lots of their songs, not just on that album, have that sort of influence, and I think it's interesting, and it sort of adds to that old world feel, in essence. But it is very interesting to me that specifically the Philippines likes Metallica. And it's funny too, because when I think of a truly American band, they're one of the most legendary bands we have here in the United States. And they've been around since the year I was born, since 1981. I think it's very, very fascinating. So yes, I definitely, absolutely am a Metallica fan. I would love to specifically learn more about why in the Philippines, beyond the fact that Kirk is half Filipino descent. Tell me more. Specifically, how did they translate out of all of the music that comes out of the United States? Why Metallica? How Metallica? How does that work? Or if you just love Metallica and you typed in Metallica, YouTube, sort by name and found this video, yeah, let's talk. I would love to talk more about Metallica. I want to hear what you have to say right here in the comments.